Quick disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist. I am not a medical doctor. I don't know you personally. This is my weight loss journey, and this is what I am doing for myself. If you decide to use any of the guidelines that I am taking in this video, please consult your doctor first. We want to make sure that you are on the most healthy path for yourself. What's good? What's really, really good, beautiful people? I hope you're having an awesome day. And yes, I am talking to you. You with the cute face. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is D Said, She Said. My name is Deanna Grant, and we are going to do a new segment called Coloring and Conversation, where we are going to discuss various whatever, you know. This is the picture I'm coloring, by the way. Summer Love. Ooh, sorry, Summer Love. I just got this from the Dollar Tree, by the way. And these markers too. There's only 5 of them. Today we're going to be talking about my weight loss journey that I have recently restarted. You know, it's crazy. I actually managed at my highest weight, it was probably like 236 pounds. And it was a little bit after I had my second kid, Xander. I think I hit rock bottom the last time we went to Myrtle Beach, and like 2 years ago. And I was looking, because I didn't have a full length mirror for the longest time. I was looking in the mirror and I was like, wow, girl, you have really let yourself go. I decided, okay, complete overhaul, what am I gonna do? And started reading some books about, you know, manifestation and things like that, and decided, you know, there's absolutely no reason why I can't do this. So why not just give it an honest to goodness try. I actually managed to drop down to, I got down to 206. So from 236 to 206 pounds. And I was super proud of myself. And then quarantine hit. So it was almost like, I wouldn't say the full year was wasted because I had gained all that extra weight back, but I definitely would say that I would be at a much better place right now if I hadn't decided to binge my feelings. And that is one of the things that I've come to terms with about myself, is that I'm gonna call myself an ex-binger, because now I'm to the point where I realize that I'm binging and I just stop myself. I think what's also helped is keeping this little food journal. Well, even though I don't really keep track of my calories per se, like say for instance, this is yesterday's. Let's see, that's what I ate, and it seems like it's a lot of food. But my thing is, I have a sugar addiction, a big time sugar addiction. I'm one of those people who literally could just eat chocolate and cake and cookies all day long, and it would be like a dream come true for me. But one of the other things that kind of prompted my weight loss journey as well is that my teeth were suffering from not paying attention to my health the way that I should have been. So that's where we're at. But anyway, I restarted my journey this last week after I got back from vacation, which was amazing. We went to Myrtle Beach. I got to spend a lot of time with my family, my mom, my stepdad, my brother and his girlfriend, my sister, my baby niece, and my sister's boyfriend. And we really had quite a blast, but I knew that when I got back, I was going to have to really get serious about this, because it's kind of disheartening when you go through and you lose a crud ton of weight only to come back and have gains another, you know, I gained like 20 pounds back, and I checked my weight today. I mean, 20 pounds isn't as bad as, like, I could be right back to 236, but I'm not, and I'm thankful for that. I did catch myself, especially before I let myself get back to the weight that I was at. But it's hard for me to stop eating sugar once I've started back again. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though. This whole not eating sugar thing is even harder than you think, because even stuff that you wouldn't think has sugar in it has sugar in it. Like, have you ever looked at the back of a dressing bottle? If you decide to go no sugar, you are gonna end up looking at the back of those dressing bottles, and you will see that the added sugar content is usually ridiculous. And I'm just like, of all things, something that's gonna go on top of a vegetable, and you want to load it down with all these extra simple carbohydrates that are just gonna sit on our bellies. girl, that's what's wrong with the world today, I tell you what. So since I've gotten back from vacation, I've just been really trying to keep track of everything that I'm eating. I've almost completely cut sugar out of my diet, definitely anything that does not come from natural sources. Yesterday was kind of a mess up for me, and one thing I want to like make a point of as well is, if you are like me and you mess up sometimes, get back on the journey immediately. Don't wait. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I screwed up, so I might as well just eat whatever I want for the rest of the week and then start back up on the next week, because the next week rolls around and you haven't even begun to wean yourself off of that stuff that's like, and that stuff is addictive. Sugar is so addictive. Corn syrup, which is just another word for sugar, that stuff is so addictive. Like, all of the stuff that is in our food, fast food, so addictive. And so that's also another thing that I've cut out of my diet. I don't eat fast food. I will eat restaurant food, but even if I eat restaurant food, I'm gonna choose the healthiest option that there is. And the other thing is, I've really been trying to, and this is something I've been trying to do for a couple months now, was just completely wean myself off of red meat, because it is not the healthiest meat out there. You know, if you can do your own research on it, but it seems like, for me, I know that my stomach has a tendency of getting kind of sick if I eat too much red meat anyway. So cutting red meat out of my diet is probably one of the easiest things I've been able to do, honestly, because I'm more of a seafood person. Like, I love seafood. I was not getting rid of that for anything. Like, I absolutely refuse. Obviously, I still see a steak and I'm like, but there are other things I can replace that with. But I'm really, really, really doing my absolute best to just stay away from red meat. I've been trying to stay more pescatarian, so fish, vegetables, you know, I'm not vegan, so of course I'm still gonna eat cheese, still gonna eat regular yogurt, I'm still gonna eat eggs, things like that, still have honey in my drinks and things like that. And you know, maybe one day I will go vegan, who knows, but as of right now, I'm going to stick to my fishies and my chicken and my vegetables and keep it going from there. Also, I guess in a way it kind of makes me feel bad when I think about the fact that, hey, I'm eating an animal. For some reason I feel less bad when I think about eating fish, but when I think of eating like a whole animal with like a brain that still has their ability to kind of communicate, which I know obviously fish have to have some sort of brain, like how do they survive, but like at the same time I feel less bad, you know what I'm saying? The vegans in the middle of the conversation right now are gonna be like, still a living creature, like knock it off. But when you think about it, so are plants, so like we gotta eat something, like we can't just starve. Those are the choices that I'm making right now. Cut out sugar completely, cut out red meat, sticking to mostly fish and the occasional chicken. I've been eating a lot more vegetables, and I've been looking up recipes like crazy on Google, Pinterest, you know, the normal places you go to when you're trying to find something new to cook. That's just how I'm managing it right now. I'm drinking a ton of water. I've been kind of keeping track of it. I have this app on my phone called Fastix, but it is a fasting app, because that's the other thing that I'm doing, is I'm like intermittent fasting. So right now I'm doing like a 15-9. So I stop eating around 8 o'clock and at 8 p.m. and then I start eating again at around like 11:30ish, which is my lunchtime at work. So by then I'm usually like starving, because in the morning I have not cut my coffee out. I still drink my coffee, but I don't know if you're one of those people who gets kind of sick if they drink coffee and they don't have anything in their stomach. So I start to get like really peckish after a few hours of just drinking coffee and water all morning. In my coffee, you know, because I'm completely cutting out sugar, I don't use any sugar in it, but I will use like a tablespoon of half and half, which I looked at the caloric thing earlier today, and it was like 2 tablespoons equals 40 calories. So it's definitely not cutting into my intermittent fasting time, but I tried to drink coffee, just plain black coffee, and for a while I was doing it that way. I was like, you know, I tend to drink a stronger roast. So I'm just trying to find that Fastix app, but I tend to drink a stronger roast, so I kind of feel like the milk gives it a milder flavor and makes it easier to drink. But I've gotten to the point now that if I were to have sugar in my coffee, I probably wouldn't even like it, because I feel like it's just too sugary. And that's not even just from like me getting back on the journey this week. Like I have, even though I did start back on eating sugar and eating a lot of like unhealthy foods when quarantine started, I still tried to kind of monitor how much I was taking in, at least until I got to the point that I was kind of that point. And I don't know if anybody else is feeling this way, but comment down below if you are or had felt this way at some point during that year that everybody was in quarantine. But I honestly felt like there was a point where I was feeling like I was hitting rock bottom, because I haven't even seen my therapist and I don't even know how long, or psychiatrist to say that I don't even know how long I stopped taking my medications, which I do not suggest. Like, please don't be that person. But I knew that, you know, I stopped taking my medications after I started losing a ton of weight, because I kind of started feeling better. You know, like when you're primarily bringing good things into your body responds by feeling better. And so I kind of felt like, well, I don't need my medication anymore, like I feel fine, I'll just keep, you know, working out, keep eating healthy. Oh, right, Fastix app, this is it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, sorry, I'm dropping the phone. Whoop. Okay, so here is my timer, and I haven't started yet. It is 10:01 right now. I started fasting at 8, but I didn't update it, so I'm actually gonna go and update that really quick. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. We've got the Fastix app. I actually have the Fit On app. I actually haven't done any of the workouts on there yet. I tend to get all my workouts from YouTube, but I also have just like my playlist on Pandora, like my station on Pandora, which I love soca. Love soca. As a Caribbean girl, I have actually never been to Barbados. I wish and I will have the opportunity, and I will go one day. But yeah, my family, we like soca, and so for me, I like to turn the music on, and I like to just dance, and that helps me get my steps in, which my goal is 10,000 steps at this time. And that seems to work pretty well for me. Sometimes it seems so hard to get there though. Like, I work a call center job, so I'm obviously not up and around very often anyway because of my job, but I do try to kind of walk around in between calls and walk around on breaks. And definitely by the end of the night, I like to be I like to do YouTube, like doing the dancing YouTubes, and I can link some of the videos that I use. There's a few different content creators who are great for weight loss. I like Pop Sugar, anyway, Pop Sugar, I believe it is, on YouTube, is one of my favorites. I like Up to the Beat Fitness, love that. One of my main things that I really started using to kind of help me lose weight, because it's walking workouts, but you're not just walking in place or something. Like, she has you doing other things, so you're kind of like dancing, but you're walking, and so you get your steps in. And she stays really hyped the entire time, so I love that. That was like my primary, those are my main ones. There's one other one that I tend to flock to, and I wish that I could remember her name right now. I'm sure once I look through my like videos, I'll find it, and I like videos because there's multiple I have on there, but I'll find it and I'll link it down below too. I mean, you just have to start somewhere. Okay, I gotta just click it when he gets back. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please definitely do all those things and come back and join me for another episode of Coloring and Conversation. Just so you know, this is not the finished project, obviously, but this is where I'm at so far. I don't have a whole lot of colors. I usually like these things to be super colorful. I don't like to use the same color twice, but I only got these 5 colors, so I'm gonna make do. But when my stuff from Amazon comes in, then I'll be doing another one of those videos. And I got a new coloring book that I want to show you guys, and yeah, all of that. So stay tuned. Love you guys. Just remember, there's nothing that you cannot do. Please stay motivated, and I wish you, I'm not gonna say luck, I wish you all the best with your weight loss journey, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.